just keep it a buck. If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money, you're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't because women this and men this, you're moving forward with this person.
Oh my God.
Let me give y'all some context for the people that are not familiar with Joy Taylor. So Joy Taylor, she works on Fox Sports. She started working there, I believe, about 10 years ago. She's 37. She got a job working with Skip and Shannon on Undisputed, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp on Undisputed, and she also got a job with Colin Cowherd. Joy Taylor is the little sister of Jason Taylor, who used to play defensive end for the Miami Dolphins, and I believe he was on the Jets as well. Or maybe I got those backwards, whatever. It is very hard to get on a sports program. Very hard to get on a sports show. Very hard. Typically, you don't even see athletes get on. Like, if I tried to be a broadcaster, if I tried to get on one of these shows, they would tell me, like, bro, like, this is how long you played in the league. Like, nobody knows you. Nobody recognizes you. You're a nobody. You were an average to below average player. Like, you think that we're about to put you on ESPN or put you on Fox Sports? Well, Joy Taylor went to Barry University right down here in Florida. Probably most of y'all never even heard about it. Went to Barry University, and somehow when she's 26, 27, 25, whatever, lands a show on Fox Sports. So she's working with these different programs, and she was engaged to a former basketball player, Earl Watson. He's a coach now. And she just got accused, well, she's been named in a lawsuit that this lady I forget her name. I have the lawsuit pulled up. Doesn't matter the name. This lady that was a makeup artist, she accused Joy Taylor, Skip Bayless, a few people, and as well as Charlie Dixon, who I believe he's the executive producer of Fox Sports. She accused Joy of, or she kind of just put everybody's business out. That's what she pretty much put out. And she highlighted the fact that Joy Taylor moved up and got opportunities based on using her sexuality to get in positions. Once again, she was engaged. Apparently, allegedly, she was having sex with a co-host, and she was having sex with the executive producer. So when the lady who's the makeup artist came to her and said, hey, or had some things to say about her relationships, that they were talking about it, and saying that the executive producer of the show, this guy, Charlie Dixon, I believe is his name. My apologies if I got it wrong. Hold on. Let me just let y'all know. Hold on. Let me just confirm, just so I have it. What do I have it here? Whatever. Charlie Dixon, I think is his name. The makeup lady, and Charlie Dixon has a wife, and the makeup lady was saying that, hey, you better be careful, because even though you're having sex with your co-host, now this is all alleged, even though you're having sex with your co-host, the big man, he's not going to like that, whether he has a wife or not. You're his. You can't be, he's going to look at that as like sleeping with the help. Joy Taylor's response, allegedly, was, it doesn't matter. If he gets angry or upset, I will just me too him. And she didn't say me too, I don't believe. But she said that I will just accuse him of sexual assault on the job, and then I will hold that over his head, so I'll still have power over him. So a lot of things were crossing my mind when I was hearing this, especially considering that we just had a conversation over the New Year's holiday, big conversation with family about Diddy, and the fact that we should not wait until Diddy's proven guilty, that we should just assume that he's guilty. And me, I'm sitting here like, why would we assume that he's guilty? Why would you assume that anybody's guilty? Because now if we're just making those assumptions, now we're pretty much saying we're ignoring the law, ignoring the process, and we're just going to go with what public opinion, the court of public opinion. Now, a lot of people may not have had anybody close to them be accused of something that they did not do. So a lot of people don't care. They'll just sit here and say, it looks like he did it. It is what it is. But for some reason, that energy doesn't seem to be the same with Joy Taylor. So I said all that. I'm getting ready to play a whole bunch of videos that are going to discuss this exact thing. I'm going to read certain things from and just so you know, let me read this part from the lawsuit, and let me get your guys' thoughts. So hold on, let me get the lady's name. 1 second. I should have the name. My apologies for that. Hold on, let me just get this lady's name. Hold on. So yes, the guy's name was Charlie Dixon, and the lady's name is Noushin Faraji, Noushin Faraji. So that's the person that's bringing the lawsuit against Fox Sports. So let me read this passage in her lawsuit. Let me read this. Around August 2016, Miss Faraji attended a dinner with Miss Taylor and her husband. That's Joy Taylor's husband. I didn't know that. Wow. I said fiance. Wow. Joy Taylor's husband, and Mr. Dixon and his wife. So Mr. Dixon and his wife. During the dinner, Miss Taylor's husband became suspicious that Miss Taylor and Mr. Dixon were having a sexual relationship. Soon after the dinner, Miss Taylor's husband found evidence of the inappropriate relationship and divorced Miss Taylor. Okay, cool. So I'm just giving y'all a little bit more context. The issue that I have is, why, when it comes to women, why are we supposed to believe all women, protect all women, women can do no wrong? And even in the conversation that we were having about Diddy, and I'm sitting there saying, like, hold up. There's a whole lot of women that use their sexuality, that know exactly what Diddy's on, and they use sleeping with men to get their way to the top. Why is it never that men, especially men, you get these pandering men that act like women can do no wrong? Oh, it's just the man's fault. It's just the man's fault. And we don't even highlight. And where's the women? Matter of fact, I wrote it down. This is my question that I got for y'all. For the ladies, where are all the women who fight for women not getting opportunities, being sexually assaulted on the job, being taken advantage of, etc.? Shouldn't you be upset when a woman is doing the very things that you fight against? Shouldn't you be upset that a woman is trivializing your fight by working her way to the top, by doing the things you fight for women to not have to do? And speaking of the things that you fight for women to not have to do, I want to play this clip from y'all with Joy Taylor on the I Am Athlete show. I want to play this clip for y'all. Bear with me. I know I'm all over the place here, but just bear with me. Hold on. What's the time? 16 minutes. Check this out. Let me make it full screen.
While I was working on a daily show, I'm like, you mean the show I currently is? I don't know how hard this is. Like, this is not even an option for you. Yeah, like, this is not even an option.
I want to run it back. I want to make sure y'all hear the full context.
Specific stories for the next 3 hours, but I think for me, I always knew exactly what I wanted to do. So you're gonna get told no a lot. Wow. Sometimes it's not even gonna be no. It's like, we're not even listening to this. Like, this is not even an option for you. Yeah, like, this is not even an option for you. You're not good enough. We don't do that. The opportunity's not there. You don't know how hard this is. I've been literally told I don't know how hard it is to do a daily show while I was working on a daily show. I'm like, you mean the show I currently work on? I don't know how hard it is to do that? The same meeting I'm in every day, the same wake up call, same time. How would I not know how hard it is to do the show I work on? You have to constantly reaffirm that you are good enough, that you belong there, and then always prove it. So I would just always say you gotta do twice the work to get half the opportunity.
You have to do twice the work. And matter of fact, I wish I would have left that Dr. Umar video on for another minute, because I lied to you not. In another minute of that Dr. Umar video, Dr. Umar said the exact same thing regarding black men, saying that we got to work twice as hard to get half the opportunities. I'm glad that I didn't, because that would have been a whole nother hour that we'd have been talking about that. Joy Taylor just said that women have to work twice as hard to get half the opportunities. When I look around at sports shows, whether it's First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, whether it was the old Undisputed with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, whether it's Speak for Yourself, that was Jason Whitlock's show with Marcellus Wiley. All of these shows, if you turn on ESPN or if you turn on Fox Sports, you will see the majority of men that probably, like Skip Bayless, have been covering sports, I don't know, before I was born. Stephen A. Smith, been covering sports forever. You get either that type of person, somebody that's been in sports journalism for a very long time, or you get a former athlete that was very accomplished, like a Shannon Sharp, who's a Hall of Fame player, a top 3 tight end of all time in the NFL. You get a LaShawn McCoy, one of the best running backs while he was playing. You get a Brandon Jennings, one of the best wide receivers while he was playing. You get a Randy Moss. You get a Tom Brady, and that's just that's more commentating on games. Think about looking on these shows. But then you usually see a woman sitting there that's moderating the conversation. It could be about football, basketball, whatever it is. Did she play in the NFL? No. But she's talking about the NFL. She has a better likelihood of getting a job on that show than me. Joy Taylor has a better likelihood of getting a job on that show than me. And I actually played football in the NFL. But then, but you can't say that, right? The guys can't say that, because then the women are going to be upset with us, and we rather pander to them and play this whole simp game. And we allow people, this is the same thing that we do with all this victim Olympics when it comes to black people. You got to work twice as hard to get, stop it. Stop it. You say that, so you tell little girls, now you set up younger girls to have that type of mindset, that I have to work twice as hard to get half the opportunities. And maybe because they think what you said is true, maybe they end up doing what you're being accused of doing, which is sleeping your way to get opportunities. Maybe that's why these girls that end up on Harvey Weinstein's couch doing all type of dumb stuff that they shouldn't even be doing, but then want to complain about it and put a lawsuit out or whatever else 20, 30 years later, or these women that are getting date raped by Bill Cosby, whatever the case may be, but then come out 20. Maybe the reason why they accept those things are because of women like Joy Taylor continuing to tell them and spew this BS that she's spewing, while she's just having sex in order to get opportunities that professional players male professional players do not have unless you are a superstar. Who is Joy Taylor? Why does anybody care about Joy Taylor's opinion on sports? What do we know Joy Taylor regarding sports? What do we know her for? But no, she's going to sit out there. She's going to have her low-hanging shirt showing her breast. She's going to look beautiful, and people are going to be okay with it. People are going to allow her to say dumb shit like she just said and just sit back and accept it, while all these athletes who played at the highest level and performed at the highest level amongst the toughest competition are just going to sit back and not say anything. What is going on? Let's keep going a little bit.
But that, to me, the mentality I've always had on it is that just going to make me better. So that's why I'm excellent. Because I had to be. I couldn't be average. I couldn't be okay.
What did she have to be excellent at? What did she have to be excellent at?
Couldn't be late. I couldn't complain. I couldn't say no. Now I do. Right. But you have to do that because you can't give people the opportunity to doubt you. So that, I think, is what the sacrifice is. It's a lot of pride sacrifice. You got to eat a lot of shit You gotta listen to a lot of jokes. You gotta ignore little comments, little microaggressions.
And that kind of leads into my next question. What do you feel like defines you, and where do you get your?
We're going to stop right there because we got about 5 or 6 videos on this. Let's just keep going. I'm just going to go through video after video to just paint the picture on a little bit about who Joy Taylor is. So we were just talking about relationships, right? We were just talking about relationships. I'm just finding some random videos, and I just want to learn more about who exactly Joy Taylor is. So let's take a look at this video that she did. She's doing this interview. Since we were on the subject of relationships, I think it's appropriate. Hold on. My fault. I'm sharing the wrong screen. All right, here we go.
Can we just keep it a buck? If they're fine enough, if they're funny enough, or if their financial status is what you want, fine, funny, fucking money. You're throwing all boundaries, standards, all that shit you talked on Instagram about how you would never, and this woman ain't because women this and men this, you're moving forward with this person.
I just want to show y'all a little bit about who Joy Taylor is. Just want to show y'all a little bit about who Joy Taylor is. So hold on, we're gonna move on to the next. And I see your comment, Maya. Maya wrote, their faces look like they know she's a hoe. Their faces look like they know she's a hoe, but I guarantee, and they'll probably talk about it to each other, but won't say anything. And maybe they shouldn't. And I'm not saying that they should say something to say what you're saying. They should say something like, hold up. Come on now. Is it really like that? Like, what about when it comes? Like, we all want to say, and you're probably wondering what I mean. We all like to say, well, as a black woman, it's this, and that. Okay. All right. So then why didn't all those brothers sitting in that room will say, even as a black man who's a professional athlete that's played at the highest level, it's hard for us. If you're not the superstar on your team, it's hard for you to get opportunities. All you got to do is walk in the room, do your interview, have your breast out, and let's be honest, you get guys like Charlie Dixon. I don't know if y'all are familiar with what Charlie Dixon looks like, but Charlie Dixon looks like he's never had a Joy Taylor before. And Joy just clearly just mentioned that standards go out the window when the guy's pockets are right. Or maybe I took that the wrong way. That's what I heard. So that's what ends up happening. It's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.